It's the Daily Dispatch in discussion with Daron Mann.
It is the Daily Dispatch in discussion with Daron Mann today, and mystery still surrounds the cause of death of 21 young people inside the Enyobeni Tavern in Scenery Park recently. Distraught relatives are still waiting for news from police forensics, but none forthcoming yet. The Daily Dispatch's Sithandiwe Velaphi has been covering the story. We get the latest from him. Sithandiwe, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Daron. How are you?
We're very, very fine, and we're wondering what's been going on with the news from police forensics. Have you got an update for us?
Yeah, Daron, on Tuesday, as you might have known, on Tuesday we were invited for a media briefing at Cambridge Police Station. It was to be addressed by the Police Minister, Mr. Begitsele, and also our Premier here in the Eastern Cape, Mr. Oscar Mabuyan, and other officials. The briefing was to be started by a briefing for the parents of those victims, and thereafter at 11 a.m. it was to be for the media. And to our surprise, no cause of death is known at this stage because the carbon monoxide and alcohol poisoning has been ruled out, because according to an explanation from Dr. Nita Madiwan from the Eastern Cape Department of Health, the carbon monoxide and also alcohol poisoning have been ruled out as a possible cause of the death for that tragedy. So now we are waiting for the toxicology results of the quantitative analysis of methanol, because it has been found on all bodies of these teenagers.
What did they say about police laboratories possibly being backed up and running behind schedule? Has that been addressed at all? Because I have heard rumours.
We asked that question, for them to provide us some time frames as to when likely can we expect the final results. But they said the laboratory, in fact, they were full of blood samples or analysis at the laboratory. So they are still, it's not like it's this one tests only. So there are so many tests that are being conducted there, but they hinted that the matter was being treated with urgency it deserves.
And how do the families and relatives of the 21 youths feel about the way the investigation is progressing? Are they frustrated?
Of course, they are frustrated, they're devastated, and they are disappointed, because some were expecting that when they were informed to assemble at the police station hall, they were expecting that some sort of closure on like to be told the exact cause of death. They are saying they were expecting the final toxicology results, not to be told that at this stage the government authorities still don't know what happened to their children. So they had so many questions, and some said the event or the gathering had just brought the fresh memories of what happened, as we all know, on June 26 at Scenery Park.
And adding to their frustration must be the fact that they have not been given a time frame.
That's a frustration. They were saying to be told to wait for a time frame that they don't even know was more frustrating. And some parents, as we know, that they are coming from the township and some rural areas, they were saying, the terms were not explained in a simplistic way to them. So it was more frustrating, because they said they don't even know what is methanol called, and in simple terms, or what is carbon monoxide. And in fact, they expected that it can be explained more in a more simplistic way than the medical terms that they were given.
Now, the reports of traces of methanol found in the blood of the victims, has there been any suggestion or even speculation as to where that methanol might have come from?
Yeah, Daron, we asked that question, like any speculations from the police or from the authorities? Do they know that this methanol, was it emanating from inside the tavern, or like what time, like a period had it been on these youngsters? Was it 6 hours before their deaths, or any time frame? But for now, they said they don't know whether the methanol was emanating inside from the alcohol contents or whatever ingestion they might have inside the tavern or outside the tavern. So we really asked that question, like to say, where is this emanating from? Did these youngsters drink this outside the tavern, or was it inside the tavern? So it's still speculation for now, but we don't know yet. I mean, like, where is this emanating from?
I see the matter is being treated with urgency, which is fantastic. The police minister, Bheki Cele, was there, and also the provincial premier, Oscar Mabiyane. Did they address the media at all? And what was your impression of them? Were they engaging with the community and the distraught families, or not?
Yes, they did address the media, Darren, after a briefing with the families. Oscar Mabuyane told us that the briefing with the families was frank, but we all know, but the devastation is still there, because the matter is still afresh from their memories. It was robust at the end. I'm told by the end of the briefing, when Dr. Madiwan from the Eastern Cape Department of Health was addressing the family, it was so robust, and coupled with anger from some family members who were calling for some answers, because according to normalities, when a person is being buried, there's that item on the program where it will be detailed. In fact, not in detail, but the cause of death will be revealed for all those who might have attended the funeral, to be told, like, this person died of A, B, and C. So there was an anger, because they believe that by now they should have been told what happened to their children. So it was robust and also coupled with anger from family members.
Sithandiwe, now you have been covering the story closely, and I imagine you would continue to do so. Where do you see things going next?
I think what we have seen in Scenery Park is seeing the law enforcement going into those areas and raiding some taverns, and we are told there are 19 taverns at that particular locality of Scenery Park. 19 taverns. They have been raided to check if they are compliant with the relevant laws governing liquor licenses. And what I'm seeing going forward would be some sort of improvement in terms of the law enforcement, because they are so determined to do everything according to the book. But the question is it going to happen to Scenery Park, and where, and how long will this be done? Are they going to check these taverns, especially on weekends, if they are compliant? Because we are told that some would, according to their license, would say closing at 2 a.m., but only to find out it will be about 6 a.m. and the tavern is still open. So, but I think going forward, we'll see some improvement. The Premier of the Eastern Cape has hinted that there might be some recreational facilities being constructed in the area. There might be some arts centers being constructed in the area, but we'll wait and see, Daron.
Senior reporter from the Daily Dispatch, Sithandiwe Velaphi. Thanks for joining us on the Daily Dispatch in discussion today. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Daron.
That was the Daily Dispatch in discussion with Daron Mann.